This information, I bring it to you, ladies and gentlemen, to you to know that 100% what is coming to happen. This man here, he wants this information going to you, Canada team, especially your department, Canadian Security Service, wherever you are, starting from Ottawa, Ontario. This man want I sending to you to prepare for my investigation to your department coming by biggest earthquake ever was in the history, which is the, I believe, what God want to plan 8.7 to 9.3. So God want, which is here, this information going to your department to know that you are under my investigation, Canadian Security Service. I have lawsuit against your department to bring your government, Canada, on the world news, what I facing in your country, in the city I am, and in the city I was before when I come to your city. So this man wants this information going to YouTube world to receive that. They are going to come to your capital city, Ottawa, to bring in this building on the investigation by 8.7, 9.3 earthquakes, which is the happening in Japan earthquake, to bring my investigation to your department. Which is this man want you know that they are going to hit by heavy storm in your Ontario, Ottawa, from March 4th, and to raise in national emergency to bring in your department and your government under my investigation by force, because you did not pay me, but God bring in peace. But by force, bring in your department, Canadian Security Service, under international courts, news by freezing your government in the Ottawa by 9.1 earthquakes.
Wild winter weather, from blizzards to...
And this information must go to many parts to receive that you are on the whatever coming to happen in now, from now, it is a God plan to bring in my investigation to your department.
Thunder snow. Southern Ontario is slammed by a strange storm.
It was just cool, to be honest. I don't know. Like, yeah, I don't think I've seen it before.
Snow. Southern On this Saturday night, wild winter weather. From blizzards to thunder snow, Southern Ontario is slammed by a strange storm.
It was just cool, to be honest. I don't know. Like, yeah, I don't think I've seen it before.
We'll tell
every hour that they spent.
From quiet quitting to quiet promotion, a new troubling workplace trend. Plus, a world record-breaking birthday sample. Good evening and thank you for joining us. Much of southern Ontario is digging out after a wild winter storm. The biggest snowfall of the season in the Greater Toronto area dropped as much as 30 centimeters of snow in some spots, grounding flights, knocking out power for thousands of homes.
This coming, according to this man, to bring in your department under my investigation, Canadian Security Service. You are under criminal investigation, Canadian Security Service, against your country, about my case, what you casting behind my future in your city, in your country. And this man you can call God or Son of God is not important. But this man wants you taking this information to this house here and telling to this house to prepare, because war coming by God to bringing my investigation to your department, Canadian Security Service. And this war God want to go to the many part to receive that. This war coming by 9.1 earthquake to your capital city, Ottawa, to the Ontario, Quebec, Montreal be under emergency. So this information coming to many part to receive that you are under investigation, Canadian Security Service, by me from space, God's by space, God's side, to bring in halting your country under my investigation for this crime you did cause behind my future, and you trying to walk away or not walk away is not important. But everything coming on the news, according to God space, this information going to many part to receive that in the YouTube. What is coming to happen in from now, it is coming worse and the worst of the worst ever have seen in the history of your country. And which is the angel of the God already sending here. A major earthquake could hit Ottawa, or we are prepared. You are prepared or not prepared, it is not, this doesn't matter now, because this earthquake, God want to release in about to your department, Canadian Security Service in Ottawa, and to your parliament building and all over to bring my information on the breaking world news, to bring in your government on my investigation world watch in the news what you did basically behind my future. So this information coming on the news, ladies and gentlemen, to all have know that Canada government coming on the world breaking news, because God want bring my investigation to Canada, Canadian Security Service and their government to board breaking world news can receive that this information, and many parts can receive this information, because this information coming on the world breaking news, what is coming from now to the government of Canada, and God wants bring Canada under my investigation from March 23rd for the many trillion dollars now. Is not few billion dollars, few hundred billion dollars. So this information coming to the world news, gentlemen, to know that beside that, God wants you, the United States government, you receive that from CIA, DIA, US Army, Navy, you coming on the world news, US Navy, for crime of Canada, Joe Biden, by allowing Canada carry on, because of the system of your country, something major coming to happening in the United States CIA department, you must prepare, DIA department, US Navy, what is coming to happening in United States from now, from this time I send into you this moment, which is the, I understand, third war God released in United States from now, unknowing army appearing to the space in the United States, and they bring in the blackouts all in the system of United States. And this is not happening, but God wants I send into your US government, especially your department, CIA, DI, FBI, to know that you are on this very, very serious situation very, very soon by my investigation to the Canada government and the Canadian Security Service, because this man released in third war from now, I am sending to you March 2023. Space God released in third war, and this war coming on the international world news. All the world will receive that after Turkey earthquake happening. This coming to happening to bring in my investigation, my case actually in Canada, what they did cause behind me on the world news, on the breaking world news. To world receive that, and world can basically coming on the news, and world can receive that this information, because this man, he told he will bring you Canadian Security Service and your government on the my investigation from March 4th, and which is happening right now here in your country.
Is digging out after a wild winter storm. The biggest snowfall of the season in the greater Toronto area dropped as much as 30 centimeters of snow in some.
This man want to understand they are behind this Canada team. This man is behind that, and this man coming against your country, God told. By angel of the God coming basically against your country from now, March 4th, because I did not get paid besides whatever I had, I lost in your city, BC, Vancouver. So this information coming to the world news, gentlemen, to know that government of Canada coming on the investigation about the crime they did cause behind my future in their country, in their city, and this information coming on the world news to more news receive that government of Canada coming on the world breaking news, and for the lawsuit against their country, which is happening before, but this one he released in again from March 4th, 2023.